And welcome back to another episode of the Greenies. Great to have you all back out on the course. It looks like you've all been enjoying your golf, and with us entering into the second phase of our lockdown easing, we can all catch up with the bar staff. Great to have them back and enjoy a nice drink out on the patio. So it's great to see everyone enjoying our clubhouse area again. So far the course is shaping up quite nicely. We're quite a slow site to start growing, but we're all quite unhappy because we've been waking up, putting our winter coats on and tackling those frosty mornings, which isn't ideal for grass growing. A rise in temperature is surely just around the corner, and at that point we'll get our shorts and polo tops on, start to see some growth out on the course. All of those weaker areas that we've worked to repair will start to recover, and then we'll begin to see some definition start to take shape out on the course. Frosty mornings are always a problem for us as greenkeepers, because first thing in the morning is our most productive time of the day. But we've definitely improved our working practices over the years, so we can sort of navigate around the golf in a way that causes minimal disruption once the frost actually goes. Not something you see every day, but I've been kicking out trespassers in the jockey field. Had a run-in with a sheep. I'm not quite sure where it came from, but if you've lost one, the last I saw it was on its way to St Albans. The animal that caused damage to our 14th tee was a crow, believe it or not. And what they are actually after is this beautiful creature called a Schaefer grub. Not only do Schaefer grubs attract wildlife like crows, who cause actually an impressive amount of damage in such a short amount of time, but they also cause damage to the grass plant by eating the roots from the inside. Pesticides are becoming hard to come by now, but we've treated this with a trial product, and in the meantime turfed over the top, which will take a couple of weeks just to grow in. We've been getting on top of some smaller jobs, and we've also applied a liquid feed to the fairways at the end of the week, which will encourage them to start growing so we can start to see some definition out on the course. Performance is always at the forefront of our minds with our greens here at Harpen & Common. If you compare this year's stimps to last year's, the greens are performing excellently for the time of year. We're really happy with how they're progressing. And we stimped them yesterday afternoon, and both sets of greens are over 10.5 foot for this time of year, which is pretty incredible. Unfortunately, we're starting to see a rise in pitch marks out there. If we want to keep these greens in pristine condition, it's so important to go around, repair them. Even if you don't think you've made one, just have a quick look and repair any if necessary, and that will go a long way in keeping our greens in top condition. First up, take the markers off and then give the tee a cut. Then fill any divots from the previous day's play. Because of the lack of growth, the tees aren't quite recovering as quickly as we'd like, but as soon as temperatures rise, these tees will recover a lot quicker, and we'll start to see them fill out and be able to tolerate the amount of play. And then take the markers and set them up in a new playing position for the day. It's important to keep them square and line them up in a suitable position for you to take your shot. A lot of our tees need work doing to them, so that's something we're all looking forward to in the future. But for now, we try and put them in the best places possible, spreading the wear on a daily basis, which then allows other areas to recover. Our aim is for anyone that plays the course to see that the tees are being patched up on a daily basis. We then pick up any broken tee pegs, pick up any litter, and straighten all the ropes out for day's play ahead. We then grab our trusty sidekick and make our way to the next tee in order to keep ahead of the golf before you guys get out there and play. The tees that we've cut out are now growing in nicely, taking extra time to make sure they're nice and square. And we're cutting the tee banks at a little bit higher height of cut, just to show off that definition and keep them looking sharp.
My name is Sam Claridge. Officially +2, unofficially probably 10. So handicap committee, hit me up. First joined here when I was 12 years old, I guess a few years away. I've pretty much been a member since I was 12 years old. Favourite hole at the moment is probably the 10. Certainly for the longer hitters, you can get it close if not on the green. I think at the moment, if you miss the green, you've got a tough time making par if you short side yourself. So I think at the moment that's probably my favourite hole. I did eagle it the last time I played it as well, which probably helps. Favourite hole at the moment is probably the 14th. Longer hitters, drivers a tough shot because if if you pull it slightly left during the bushes, if you push it, chances are you're going to be behind the trees. So that play is kind of a no-go now. And then even if you take a little bit less and go over the left bunker, the chances are you're going to kick into the rough and have a tricky shot into the second green. So certainly for the long hitters, it's a tough tee shot, the 14. I think probably the way that I'd improve it is either get rid of the left bunker, the first one, or try and make or extend the fairway out on the left-hand side. That's probably my recommendation. So Greens Committee, just give them a shout. The favourite thing for me about being a member is because I've spent quite a lot of probably my childhood, teenage years, early 20s and now 30, believe it or not. I'm now looking fresh-faced. A lot of really good memories for me being here, certainly growing up, and known a lot of people here for quite a long time. So the club's, you know, really family friendly as well, certainly for my family. My dad been here for a long time. Obviously I've been a member here. My sister worked in the kitchen for a while. Now my brother's part of the greenkeeping staff here as well, so it's, you know, quite a good place for our family, and I think it's probably the same for a lot of other families as well.
Pure. Love it. So there you have it, guys. A new little segment we've started doing. Another way that gives us a chance to get to know you guys a little bit more and then let the world see what sort of community we're trying to build here at Harpenden Common. If you want to be involved in these videos, then give us a shout. I'd love to meet people from all areas of the club. If you don't and you see me walking towards you, then run away quickly. And I'll just leave you with Sam backing up the trailer and doing this week's outro.
Thanks for watching, guys. If you want to show the boys some support, hit like, hit subscribe, and I'll see you next week.